So, if you would tell me who you are and what community you belong to and the reasons that brought you into the Catholic worker.
Okay, my name is Mike Miles, and you want me to look at the camera, or do you want me to look at the...
It's fine, just talk to me.
Talk to you? Mm-hmm. Okay. My name is Mike Miles, and I'm at the Anathoth Community Farm, which is in northern Wisconsin. And I've been a Catholic worker since 1976.
Wow.
When I ran into a guy, I was actually out in LA at a youth workers convention, and one of the speakers, who I didn't know when I went out to see him, was actually staying at the LA Catholic Worker, and this is before they were in the Britannia House, when they were like just getting started. And I hadn't gone out there to become a Catholic worker. I knew nothing about the Catholic worker. And after he gave this amazing keynote address that was entitled Incarnational Discipleship. And he got done with his talk, and I thought, I've got to talk to this guy because I don't think I know the first thing about being a Christian.
Wow.
So I talked to him. His name is LaDon Sheets. He's kind of a legendary guy. And after the conference, he said, well, why don't you come and stay with me at or visit with me at the Catholic Worker where I'm staying.
Wow.
So I did, and it blew me away.
You caught the bug.
Caught the bug.
You got infected right there and then.
Right there and then. And I didn't even stop to ask him if there was a Catholic worker in Chicago. I figured there must be a Catholic worker in Chicago. I was in seminary at the time.
I mean, Dorothy Day was still alive. She still had
still
5
alive.
years to live or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got back to Chicago, and I found St. Francis House, and they were doing a soup kitchen at a church on Wednesdays, a few blocks away, and within a matter of weeks, I was the cook at the Wednesday soup kitchen.
Where was your home then?
So my home then was in Arlington Heights, Illinois, which is a suburb of Chicago, northwest suburb of Chicago.
Okay. So how long have you been at the community where you're at now? I mean, you have a whole farm, right?
Yeah, it's a Catholic worker farm,
Yes.
and my wife Barb Cass and I started it 26 years ago.
26 years ago. It's a rather large farm, right?
It's 57 acres.
That's large.
Relatively speaking,
Yeah.
You know, in the real world of farming,
Right.
of corporate farming,
Yes.
it's like minuscule, but it's
Right.
it's a place that we are trying to manage according to what we would consider a proper scale of farming.
So tell me a little bit about your farming techniques, please. And what do you do? What do you have?
Yeah.
Animals? You have gardens? What do you do?
We just started doing animals probably like 4 years ago, and we did that because of books we had read, particularly Michael Pollan, who anybody who hears his name knows that he's like one of the main speakers on food.
Okay,
today.
what kind of animals are we talking about?
Sheep,
cows,
we're doing rotational grazing of beef cattle, followed by chickens. Meat birds, meat chickens, and then we also have laying hens, and then we also have pigs.
Pigs,
And
my
the
God.
pigs are part of the rotation in the garden, which is a wholly different thing than what the steers and the chickens are doing out in the pasture.
Great. So I assume that most everything is organic?
Everything's organic. We're not certified organic because we don't think anybody should own that. Our practices are organic. There's a possibility right now that the USDA and with some of their revised food safety stuff are doing all they can do to put small people like me out of business. And if they succeed, then we'll sell bootleg food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you being able to sustain yourself? So who's at the farm? You, your wife, and who else?
There, actually, the Barb and I do the farm.
Okay.
The land that we're on is actually a land trust. It's called the Plowshares Land Trust. So Barb and I do the farm, and then there's two people there, Bonnie and John, who are running actually two organizations called Nuke Watch and the Progressive Foundation, and they address nuclearism and the need to resist both commercial and military nuclear issues.
Yep.
So they do that, and Barb and I do the farm. And Barb and I have lots of interns that come through and visitors, and it's really, I mean, we basically on 57 acres built an eco-village from the ground up. And so we've incorporated all kinds of sustainable architectural components of the buildings, particularly solar thermal heat and solar thermal water, which is where you get the biggest bang for the buck when you're using the sun. But we also just were able, through a donation to Nukewatch recently, put in a 10,000 watt photovoltaic grid tie.
That's awesome.
So now, I mean, seriously, we are kind of zero net.
Amazing.
In energy, in both electricity and in heating and in hot water.
Okay, so to wrap it up, what would be your message for younger kids, younger generations?
Pay attention. Live your dream. You can do anything you want to do. Actually, when Barb and I started the farm 26 years ago, nobody knew who we were. We had done some work in the peace movement. We had an address book full of addresses, and we mailed a letter out to people and said, "There's this farm. It's a piece of land, 57 acres. Consider sending us $100.
Wow.
If we get enough money, we'll do it. If we don't, we'll send your money back." And within 6 weeks, we had $20,000, and we did it.
That's amazing.
So,
congratulations.
So yeah, thank you.
Thank you so very much.
You can, young people, do it. Don't let anyone tell you you can't do it.
Nice. Thank you so much.